What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TJ the Gamer back again with another Madden 23 franchise series live stream, man. So, y'all boys saw by the title, man. We're going to be continuing the 2027 playoffs today, you guys. We got the divisional round, the second round of the playoffs. We got a good one here today, man. We got the number one seeded defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, man, taking on the number five, man, visiting Las Vegas Raiders, man, 13-4 season. Coming in with a rookie QB, Jermaine. The Raiders won last week. They beat the Patriots 29-26. Game with a field goal. It was a pretty entertaining, good game on the road. Now they come into Arrowhead, man, face the defending Super Bowl champions, man, the best team in the league, best team in football, man. Y'all boys already know the Chiefs, man. Got the Chiefs winning this game. They beat the Raiders. And y'all boys know they rivals, obviously. So, like I said, the Chiefs beat them boys in the regular season twice, man. Both games were blowouts, and the first one was in week 6, 52-13. You know what I'm saying? Expect Mahomes to have another good game, like how he did in this game. 6 touchdowns, 329 yards. From Jermaine Martin, like I said, the rookie QB, he did not have a good game, man. 0 touchdowns. Pass rating 40, 295 yards and 0. 4 picks, man. That was not good. Check out a good game. Tyreek Hill, this was the first game he had an amazing game, so I'm expecting either Noah Fant, Tyreek Hill, or Darius Toney, man, to have a very good game. He didn't have a good game that first game, Darius Toney, but Tyreek Hill did his thing, man. Morris Thomas, man, I expect him to have a good game against his O-line. In both games, he had 3 sacks, so he averaged 6 sacks against them, so 3 sacks against them, he averaged. So I'm expecting him to have another good game, man. Him and Chris Jones. Chris Jones had 2 sacks. Juan Thornhill had to pick one of the best safeties in the league, alongside with Javon Holland, man, 2 top safeties in the league, 2 of the best safeties in the league. So expect them boys to have a good game. And then the second time they played them, it was another blowout, man. Week 16. 35-13. That boys this time Jermaine had no touchdowns, and once again, and then this time he ain't got no picks though. But I expect him to get. Hopefully, he's gonna have to be better here. Rookie QB, you know what I'm saying. Holmes had a good game. Holmes is MVP, by the way, guys, this season. They got a D4 here, and this guy over here, Morris Thomas, who had another 3-sack game against them boys. Like I said, I expect the Chiefs to handle business here today. The first playoff game. So like I said, I expect the Chiefs here to take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Blow out the Raiders here, just get this game over with to face the Bengals next week. You know what I'm saying? Expect them boys to feel me. So like I say, the Bengals for the guys who missed the two last games we did this morning, man. Bengals move on and move to the AFC Championship game. We got the Commanders moving on to the NFC Championship game. So let's get into this game over here, man. Let me know who y'all boys got. The Chiefs is the favorite here. Pretty much everybody, man. But let's see the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Come out with the upset, man. You never know, man. But I guess I got the Chiefs pretty easily winning this game, man. Let's get it.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, You say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NF5. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you've got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, that'll be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
Now, when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay and then breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken inside his own 40. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Mahomes throw into the hands of Fant. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
.4 yards the pickup, first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Max Crosby. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So out come the Raiders. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the road, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Max Crosby, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He was true on his first, this a tough one from 49 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let it put some points on the board.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Cheifs sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides through a hole. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up. It's through. It extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw.
He's got Renfro on the out route.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Back to throw here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes forced out to his left. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 now. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Taken down at the 42. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And now here come the Raiders. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Loose inside the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They'll set up to throw. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. On 2nd down, Jacobs takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw again on second down. Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Cincinnati Bengals who are moving on as they were able to take care of the Indianapolis Colts. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes gets this one to Hill. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Chiefs offense set to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Mahomes now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, up big, we're still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Mahomes throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour.
Hey, this game over, y'all, man. It was a surprise, man. Who bet it? Of course, they won. It was a 21-point spread. Like, you already knew this was going to happen, man. The Chiefs getting the playoffs, man. So the Chiefs will be facing the Bengals next week. I got my prediction right, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I got my prediction right, y'all. So it's going to be a good-ass game, though, man. We can start talking about the game right now. Might as well. This game over, but the Chiefs, man, versus the Bengals, and the rematch, back-to-back seasons, man. The Chiefs beat the Bengals last year. I forgot the score. I knew they blew them out there. Yeah, they blew them out. We got to check on Chris Jones and Kadarius Toney, man. Hopefully they're going to be okay to be ready to go for next week, man. Kadarius Toney got a broken finger, and Chris Jones got a foot fracture, so hopefully they can get that held up by next week for the AFC Championship game. I'm really obviously the Chiefs defense dominant. I'm not surprised. 0 points right now allowed. Like I said, they didn't even get in the red zone. At all. I want to know, like, you know what I'm saying, like how the Bengals offense gonna look against this defense, man. Because you know what I'm saying, they put up 59 points last week against the Colts defense, top 5 defense in the league. So I really want to know, man, how they gonna look, man. Another Chiefs touchdown, man. Look at the score now. 40. Yeah, like I said, that was a zip. Damn, they beating it. Woo! What the Raiders stole from the Chiefs, man. But like I said, man, the Chiefs, they just this shit is sad, dog. Yeah, I know y'all probably saying, why you not serious yet? I just like seeing the Chiefs go fast, man. I don't know. I ain't gonna say yet, y'all. Come on, man. Like I said, though, man, hopefully the Raiders get something going on this job right here. But anyway, he had number 12. You saw the D-ball he threw right? He had him, right? He was wide open. Just missed it, man. Got an injury, hopefully he's okay. He right dead as open. I'm worried. Overshot him. That's that rookie quarterback energy, man. Yeah. Shit. But like I said, man, the Chiefs, man, you know, I'm excited to see how the Chiefs, like I said, hopefully Kadarius Toney and Chris Jones is okay. Hopefully, you know, they're ready to go by next week. But
they've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had
guys, hopefully they're okay. And yeah, man, I just you know, I can't really see how the Bengals offense look against this Chiefs defense, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good one, man. It should be a good one. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see. I'm excited to see who gonna win, man. You know what I'm saying? Will the Bengals go back to the Super Bowl? The Chiefs? No, I got to teach them that game, though. Got to teach me the Bengals, you know what I'm saying? It should be a good game, man. I can't wait to see it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
You know what I'm saying? You got to we'll see, though, man. Y'all boys dropped out for things down below, man. Y'all boys got, man. Y'all get y'all tickets. Y'all what? She already got the tickets set. You can buy the tickets already for the game. They already know they go there.
Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. Then he drops it incomplete. And the struggles continue here. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's the 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Second and 15. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 109 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Hands it off out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Renfro on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Back to throw again. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
Cheifs, the MVP, Patrick Mahomes, man. Amazing game, 325, 2 touchdowns, no picks. You know what I'm saying? Jeremy, he was, you know what I'm saying? He had some late 2 touchdowns. Besides that, he was horrible. You know, me and Ricky, man, got a lot to learn. This Raiders team going forward should be, you know what I'm saying, solid, you feel me, competing in the division again next season, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got, you know, some stuff to work on, obviously. They had Devontae Adams. They had him, I don't think, you know, still they're going to get Devontae Adams healthy back next season. Their defense is going to continue to develop their young guys. And their receivers, the young receivers, going to continue to develop as well. And they should be, it should be good. Jerry Martin, he's going to continue to learn and develop as well, man. Shout out to the Raiders. Pacheco out there running like a madman today. 146, 3 touchdowns. His thing, no offense, man. 141 and a touchdown, 14 receptions. Darren Waller was good too as well. Tyreek Hill was good. His Darius Clemson dude was good, man. Like I say, to develop him. Alongside this dude right here. There's only got injured. Hopefully he's okay. That broken finger. CJ Hicks, amazing linebacker, man. 19 total tackles. Him and 8, bro. One of the best one of the top boys in the league, man. Them boys young as hell, but that's scary part about them. They're 2 good players, bro. Miles Crosby, amazing 2 sacks today. First time he was a better year. 1.5 sacks. She got injured as well. Hopefully he's okay. But Jerry Sneed and Juan Thoriel had 2 picks. And yeah. That's, you know what I'm saying, going to be the end of this stream and end of this game right here, man. So, man, hey, it's going to be late. Hey, game of the week. Next week, y'all, AFC Championship game, man. The Chiefs taking on the Bengals, bro. I cannot wait to see it. Let's see if this is reported real quick, man. Let's pray. So one of them not injured, Mario. So either Chris Jones or Kadarius Toney injured. They say one injury. So let's see. So it's Chris Jones. Damn, it's Chris Jones. So Kadarius Toney, he will be back next season. I mean, I said next season. Next. I don't know. Ain't that kind of crazy though, Mark? Isn't it crazy that Kadarius Toney had a broken finger? He had a foot fracture.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, like I thought it's something broken. It'd take longer to heal, right?
Yeah.
So how the hell he might got some type of like maybe I don't what I mean.
Was it broken fracture? Like
It's a broken finger.
Like what?
He got a foot fracture. He out for 3 weeks. So he'll be back. Wait, let me count. Yeah, he'll be back for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He'll be back for the Super Bowl.
Ain't broke mean it's broke. Straight fracture just mean like I don't know what.
Yeah, so Chris Jones he gonna be injured, man. He'll be back for the Super Bowl type shit. He'll be back, man, for the Super Bowl.
Mean broke too. Like, what? Yeah, bro. Unless you got broken your fingers, fine.
Yeah, so she's Mr. Chris Jones, man. He'll be back for the Super Bowl. Luckily, he's back for the Super Bowl, man. So. Yeah. Kadarius Toney he's okay though. He's alright. Alright, man. So like I said, shout out to the Chiefs, man. They beat the Raiders. Blowout win once again, man. 47-14. Not surprised, man. They covered the spread as well. They beat them by 33. The spread was 21. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Chiefs, man. Nothing else to really be said, you know. I'm used to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to this, man. Draco with 3 rushing touchdowns. Look at this thing. But yeah, so that's the end of the stream, man. Bengals, Chiefs will be playing the Bengals next week. A rematch in the AFC Championship game. Both teams coming out with dominant runs, man. So it should be a game of the week next week. It's gonna be good. This shit about to be good. Yes, sir.